Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi.
How
How
are
you doing?
you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Oh, just trying to be fair, and also just um,
Being fair
but I
in this
have to
community gets you
but
nowhere.
I want to say something. Lindsay
Go
is
on.
my friend, and could we please make this like
I respect that.
respectful?
Mhm.
Okay, I would
Okay.
appreciate that, and not
I've
like
just I've just come up to tell you my experience with Lindsay. I'm not going to say anything negative about your friendship or anything at all. Okay. So
so not your experience with this drama thing is going on right now, correct?
what? Sorry.
It's not like your experience with her, but the drama that is going on currently,
To be
correct?
honest with you, I've been out of the loop of everything since October. I lost a parent, but I just know from my experience that when I was friends with Lindsay, we would speak quite frequently via Facebook Messenger and stuff like that.
Right.
Um, she would tell us stuff, and we were friendly. When I wouldn't,
When you say we, was it
me and
just
Anyanka,
okay?
okay. So when we were friendly, we'd speak quite frequently, and everything was cool. But when TT, I think it was TT, came back onto the scene, she wanted us to basically follow her path, and that was her main goal because she was doing this, that, and the other. Now, I didn't want to go ahead with that because I didn't agree with it. So I said, to be honest with you, that's not something I want to touch with a barge pole because it was to do with TT's daughter who's passed away. And
Okay.
that's just somewhere I'm not going to go. I'm not willing to go. And I tried to when Lindsay was doing the things that she was doing. Um,
Have you
I,
shown? I just like for me to.
I
I
tried to
have
I
to
tried to
do.
talk her out of doing that because I said,
Well, I have a
attack,
question.
go on.
Have you shown proof of this?
No, because I'd never put out messages between us. I
Okay.
left I left the group chat with her, but I tried to message her privately and say, attack the person for whatever she's done, but you can't go after someone's child like that. I don't stand by it. Then all of
Okay.
a sudden, I was
Oh,
enemy number one with everybody else. She just lumped us all in. Same with Moon. Moon had shared pictures of her kids and her life with us,
but do
with
you
me and Anyanka.
understand?
No, listen, and I have never put anything about her child or anything on the internet, but ultimately, I've got no problems with Lindsay and Moon really, except I just don't understand why we're getting targeted too and tarred with the same brush when we haven't done anything. So my
Uh,
experiences with Lindsay is if you don't follow her trajectory, she will turn on you because you are not useful to her.
okay.
That's all I
Well,
was
this is
trying
what
to
I
say.
want to say: is do you understand though? TT has been coming for and was coming for her kid way before Lindsay ever did. Lindsay's not the one who outed this way back when she was Val or Valifer, I call her.
Yeah, so
Lindsay,
I understand that TT came from the anti-MM community, I believe,
yes,
and they
and
knew each other beforehand, but I
but
didn't know any of the story
there was a
about
lot
that.
of proof. Lindsay's put a lot of proof out of TT coming for her child
Okay, but
and
that does that give her the right though to bring
to
it
do it
bring,
back. You're
to to
I
do
understand.
to do what she was saying about like murdering her own child? Like, I'm sorry, but
But do
you
you hear what
can't.
they're saying about what they're saying about her child and what they're just saying she allowed to be done? You know what I mean? So
I don't know what you're
it's
talking
kind
about
of
with that one. Sorry.
I don't want to say it because well, I mean,
Okay, is it to do
she
with
did share a video.
Lindsay's custody?
No, it has nothing to do with her custody. It has
Oh,
to
okay.
do with just disgusting things said. She has a video on her channel. I don't. If someone could grab the link to the video and put it in chat.
Is that okay? I think I know what you mean then. So to do with her ex-partner possibly or what something like that.
And her
See,
and
anything to do with that, I don't
you
agree with
don't
it. So
know.
no, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with attacking people's families, children, anything. If someone wants me to do stuff like that, I just bow out. I'm like, nope, not. I go by people's experiences with me. So when someone shows me who they are, I believe them and then I never speak to them again. Same with
Right.
Moon. I seen the way she was speaking to Lala when in that hell chat thing, and telling her to do stuff to herself, and I was like, whoa, that is not the person who I knew. So instantly, I stopped speaking to
I
that
don't know
person
what you're
too.
talking about that.
Yeah,
Um,
well, there's a lot of things that those two do behind the scenes to people.
um,
Basically, it's like bullying, and I don't stand for it.
well,
And then she
yeah,
comes
this
across
is
on the
what.
internet as if that she's some sort of a victim to these things, but she's mostly the perpetrator of it because you don't see what the things that they say.
But you also have to understand. Look how far behind the scenes that I you have to look at both sides. Lindsay honestly was stalked to this platform. Let's be honest.
She was stalked to this platform. Okay,
No,
but
okay,
she,
not stalked.
oops,
Let's not say
yeah,
stalked. Okay, I won't say stalked. I'll reword that. She was followed to this platform.
why?
Uh, and I saw the email that
Okay,
Lindsay
why?
sent
What?
TT.
Why is TT on such a hard?
Lindsay sent an email to TT nicely saying, "Hey, I have to remove you from the group."
Okay,
Oh my gosh, I can't win.
I'm not having a go at you
Oh
at
no, I'm
all.
not saying no. I'm not saying you. It's just something else. Um,
Okay,
but Lindsay had showed me the email. TT had said somebody was threatening her and her kids, and she Lindsay's like, well, and TT said I was able to hack the email and get into it. And Lindsay's like, well, let me get into it or whatever, and let me see. Lindsay got into it and saw that it was the same IP address logging in, that it was TT threatening herself, and that so Lindsay privately went to her. She said, I'm not even going to tell everybody in the group and whatever. I really like you. What's her name? Her real name? Jennifer. She's like, I really like you. I'm sorry. And I mean, she has put all of this out. She has
okay.
done that. So, and
Wait,
ever since then, I don't know why, because, and that's the last time Lindsay had heard from her anything. And then all of a sudden, she pops up on YouTube as TT to Balifer. Thank you, James.
okay. So according
And I
to
agree. They need
according
everybody.
to Lindsay, TT came out of left field and said someone's stalking me, but it turned out to
Does
be
she have the
herself.
proof?
I haven't seen the proof, no, but I
Lindsay
also
has
know
all
that
the
there's.
proof, though. Like,
She
that's what
always says, "I have all the proof." Where? It's like there's no smoke without fire. TT,
I've
do
seen
you know
it.
what? Okay, well we'd have to ask TT then why she did that and go back to like it's like who cast the first stone? Why did they want to just keep carrying it on? Why can't they just go, okay, you go that way, I'll go this way,
Right.
leave our families
Well, that's
alone?
what Lindsay did. Lindsay
Well,
went her way, and then all of a sudden, TT appears on YouTube
okay, so
to
this was like
come for with a vendetta.
three
Lindsay,
years ago. Come on, let's all move on.
I know,
God.
but isn't that it is a little weird, admit it. It's a
It
little
is. It
weird.
is weird, yeah, to assume someone else's identity, go on a platform, target someone, speak to them privately, not realize that it's the same person. It's all weird. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry. I don't understand the anti-MM community. There's a few people in there that I absolutely adore, no longer on YouTube. Some of them, though, are
Yeah,
a little bit nuts.
yeah, I agree. And that sucks that, like, Holly and all of that, like, um, oh my gosh, I don't know who this is,
Holly
but
was like, Holly was like the one who would sort out all of these problems. Like I wish she'd bloody come back, but something scared her off the internet. I don't know. Maybe she just gave up caring about it because you just can't win.
who was that? Did you say
Holly,
Holly? I
yeah.
think she just, yeah, you're right. Um, but also, you guys, I can't look at chat for a second while I'm talking. Um,
Hold on, I've been asked in the chat to say the do don't do. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, she's probably not much happier. Oh God, I can't even speak now. She probably is much happier not being around all of this toxicity.
I mean,
Like if we could make TT stop attacking whatever, if there's proof of that, and we can get the DeLorean to stop perpetrate taking on
but
the whole TT murdered a child shit. That's next level. You got to admit it. That's disgusting. Now I don't know what else is going on in this whole community, but I do know that Lindsay is not always the victim. She's got far too many people who have had bad run-ins with her. So obviously, like, can you not see the pattern? There's a
I
pattern
mean,
emerging.
I
You know what I
understand.
mean?
I understand what you mean. I see what you're saying, but and this is the thing. I've seen it all, a lot of proof, and um, they have like, wow, what's up with this
Yeah.
PI? Like, why is Paula having a PI. Um, Lindsay spoke to the PI. They didn't serve her with nothing.
Who
Um,
are you talking about now? Sorry.
oh, you don't know about that? Okay.
What
Uh,
PI?
she literally had to move to get like this is really affecting her real life. She has people following her up everywhere she goes. A
To
PI was
say,
having.
okay, so somebody wants to save her with something.
Say that again.
Somebody wants to save her with papers, that kind of PI, or
Well,
like
yes,
someone who's
they wanted.
investigating her for things that she's possibly done online. That's bad. I don't know. I don't understand.
Paula, I guess, hired a PI. At first, I guess I heard it was Snuffles, but
Is that
found out
Paula
it was
Vasquez?
yes.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Man, she was friends with Mandy.
All right, give me 1 second. I have to mute.
Okay.
Sorry, the box fan.
Okay,
Hey.
can we talk about that, please, Sabrina Speakeasy? Okay, so Lindsay and Lala both received information to do with Kim saying her husband, now husband, wasn't well and he was on basically death's door. And then they received information that he wasn't on death's door, he was in jail for domestic
Right.
violence or whatever. So why
Hey,
is
Heather.
everybody attacking Lala for that when it was both of them? Like, I don't understand that.
It was the Lala, Jax, and I guess Lindsay
Okay,
in a chat.
can I throw a name out there that I think that was possibly meddling in that little scenario? It was probably Andrea Powers, because she seems to send people's messages here, there, everywhere. So if you've got it in the chat, I'd say make a hard swerve, leave it, and back off. She is not a good person.
And
Um,
yeah, I don't know her. I don't have any experience with her, so I'm glad.
mm.
But okay, so it was Lindsay, Lala, and Jax in the chat, and Lindsay did not want to come out with that. She was saying like, I I saw the messages. She was like, she was not comfortable with saying that on Lala's live, but um. I mean, it was
So
sad.
why go on panel? She's not comfortable. Why go on panel?
Well, they were doing.
I'm just trying to say, like, look, you've got to look
I
at this from an
understand.
outside perspective. Someone's got dirty hands, they're involved in something. You've got to be like, okay, so what part did you play in it, sort of thing. Now, the problem I've got with that situation is Crafton then went to court when Lala got a restraining order, which
Yeah, and you know
was
what?
pathetic.
Well,
He
Crofton knows
lied
what
on that.
that is.
He
Like,
landed. Yeah, he lied on that stand. He committed perjury,
sure did. He
and
was probably the biggest. But and they've been quiet too long, and it's scaring me.
then you've got Lindsay who will sell out to these shitbag human beings just to hate bond and go after the next person. It's like, you know what? I've had it up to here with it all. I hate so many people, so I just avoid the whole thing now because it's not worth your sanity. Like, it puts things into perspective when you lose someone who's so close to you. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is all this for? Sorry, my language.
So, I mean, uh, are
You
you?
know, you know, and you can see who the shitheads are in the community. So just ask them the questions of why they're doing this stuff. Get to the bare bones of it all.
That's what I'm doing. And
Exactly.
I'm not saying you're a
Hats off to you.
shithead, no, at all. But I mean, do you think that maybe you and Lindsay, there's a chance that you could just um, like wave the white flag and maybe listen to her perspective and see what she has to show, like
You know
literal
what?
proof?
No, I've seen enough of what Lindsay's done to not want to bother with it ever again. Like, I wouldn't care now if she left YouTube altogether or she started up a whole true crime channel and followed the Delphi case. Whatever she wants to do, go and do it, girl. Go and do it. Reach for the stars, but leave me and man out of it because we don't want nothing to do with it with you. It's like a crab at the bottom of the barrel, and there's no point. Who is she? She's not going to interfere in my life any more than she possibly already has with
Wait,
maybe helping doxing. I don't know. I don't know what she's done. I don't care. She's nothing to me. So
okay,
whatever. Same with
okay,
Moon.
so
I don't
that's
want beef with Moon. I thought that she was my friend. She also turned a little bit when I was saying, don't follow Lindsay putting your hand in the fire. Think about it. I thought she had a brain on it in her head, and she just went guns are blazing, and lost the shit around Christmas time. And I saw a completely different side to her, and I didn't like that either. So there's another one. It's like you choose who your friends are, what you support,
Oh, well,
and
yeah, that's
you've got to be willing to call these people out every so often. Now I don't mean to be disrespectful to you, but I know that they'll probably be watching, so I just want them to know that I don't care about them, and I'm happy to just walk away from them and not cover them because
okay.
they
That
don't
I mean,
affect my real life. But the fact that they are going into chats like Xana in Xanadu, that crazy cow who went to my friend's house to intimidate her child, she was armed. Why aren't people talking about that? They don't care because
um,
it doesn't. It's not in their it's not in their best
wait,
interest.
wait,
Then
time
you've got
out.
Schmieda who has revenge porn of Snuffles that she's holding back from giving to the police. Why? Because she
Yeah,
doesn't like Snuffles
maybe one of
because she's friends with Teresa. So all of these things, like, you know what?
it's
They're
all
not your friend unless it benefits them.
well, and that's why I keep a distance. Um,
Well, good.
but I do care a lot about Lindsay. She does mean a lot to me, and I hope it's been respectful in
Well,
chat. I haven't been
I
able to
hope
see it,
I hope
but
that Lindsay holds the friendship in the same regard as you hold the friendship with her, because as long as you follow her lead and do everything that she says by her
I
playbook,
don't. I because this
she'd never ever turn on you. But because we didn't give money to Moon and we didn't follow her path, like without she never showed us any proof, but she wanted us to attack people. I just like, no, do you know what? Both of them are the
well,
tarred of the same brush with
I
me.
but the
They're the same person. They deserve each other, and I wish them well in the world.
do you
Bye.
okay? Well, I
That's it.
appreciate you coming up. Um, do you think that though some things can't be shown because maybe they have to use it legally? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, like we never
Lindsay
know with
doesn't have
someone. Not
$2 to rub
Lindsay, not
together.
um. But do you? I do remember on Lala's channel, Lindsay did defend Vanessa very very much.
Yeah, until it suited her to
I don't.
turn her
Does she have an
targets
issue with
towards
Vanessa now?
Snuffles. I don't think so. It's
I
just the
don't think
fact that she's
so
friends with.
either. I
No,
know
well,
she
she's got
defended.
no reason. She's got no reason to hate Vanessa, but she's still supporting people who put Vanessa's life in danger. Like,
Okay,
you can't do both things at the same time because each one makes you still a shit person. I'm
but
sorry, but it does.
I'm a very unbiased party, as you can see. I welcome everybody, and does that make me a bad person though?
No, it doesn't make you a bad person because you're not actively targeting anybody's family, children, putting their home address, their child's name. You're not doing none of that, Alicia. So you're still doing your own thing, even though you're being friends with her. But look at Jax. Jax is no longer friends with Lindsay, and they're both going at
But
each other.
yeah, and
That's what
that,
happens when you're not friends with these people anymore.
but
They
it's
find every
everybody. But
way
it's
to
not
attack
just
you.
Lindsay. Let's say let's.
Okay.
It's not just Lindsay though that does that. It's everybody. Like,
Okay.
look at what Crafton did to Tiffany. Look at what TT did to like there's a bunch of stuff going on that everybody always does. So
TT likes to
we
TT
can't
likes to go
point
after
fingers.
anybody. No, you can't point fingers, but you also have to see who's throwing the shit in the first place. Sorry, I'm trying to take my boot off and I can't take my trainer off. Ah,
Uh, I really appreciate you coming up and being
I just wanted to
respectful.
clarify that. I just
I
wanted to
know
clarify that I've got no beef with you.
I have no I
None
have
of
no
us.
beef with you at all. No, honey, I don't. I just wanted to hear what you because
Yeah, well,
I don't
thank you
know.
for
I
letting
don't
me up to say my piece. So yeah,
Yeah, and I
I said my
appreciate
piece.
it because it helps me understand more where you're coming, where everything's cut, where everybody stands, because I'm very confused in all this as well. So I really appreciate it because a lot of people won't click the link and come up and say, and let me put the link in there, and say what you just did and respectfully say it, Um,
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Did you have a loss or something recently?
yeah. My dad died.
I apologize and my
No,
condolences. My mother just passed.
yeah, and Yanka told me about your mom as well. So I'm really sorry about that, and I'm sending you lots of love
Yeah,
and strength because
yeah, it's rough. I
it's
understand,
horrible.
and
But
I
it
want
does
to
put
send you the
everything
same.
into perspective.
Right,
It
it
does.
does. It does. You're right. Because you know what? I want to tell you something, and this is something that was really powerful to me. Because my mom and I didn't have a relationship for very long, but at the end, she was my best friend. I changed my mom's diaper. Like I literally, my mom was my everything. Um,
Yeah.
but don't get me wrong. We didn't have a good relationship throughout my whole life. Like we would be off and on. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
when I spent the whole night with her till 1 a.m. Um, and then I left around 1, and then at 7 a.m. Well, there's more to it. My sister signed a DNR that I asked her not to, because she's older than me, so
Yeah.
next to kin. Um, but looking at my mom and looking at her, and I'm thinking, I was like, oh, it all went in perspective to me. Oh my God, as a mother, I see now. You did try your hardest. You
Yep.
you did you fought, like you did your best you could with me, and I was so like, see, just I pushed away, and I don't know, it all fell in, like you said, that it all falls into perspective. Like life is too short, and
Definitely.
life is beautiful. You can make it beautiful. Just you have to. I don't know.
You
You
have to
have
be
to.
the strong person to just say enough is enough. If you want to carry on being an asshole, carry on, go do it. There's going to
Well,
be legal consequences at the end of it. Everyone's probably going to end up with a PPO on YouTube at some point, but
oh my.
stop with the real life stuff,
Well, that's
the
what I yeah.
grief,
I know. I don't like this real
the
life.
hard.
I don't
No,
do.
it shouldn't be allowed.
And
Someone went to my partner's workplace. Like, you don't understand that. Like, this stuff is like,
and that's
it sends out
crazy.
ripples. Yeah, it's
Oh
like it
wait,
sends
let
out
me see
ripples. Like,
here. Um, I appreciate you, Graham. I really do. I appreciate everything that you have said. Lindsay's in chat. I don't. Um, I don't know if you're comfortable. But well. What do we have here? Where do I start? Will TT take back and immediately started talking about me and Moon? We want nothing to do with her. Okay, let's wave like flag. Like she doesn't talk about you, you don't talk about her. I
why
think that would
doesn't
be
the
the best thing.
DeLorean? Why doesn't the DeLorean just panel up with TT, have it out,
I hate.
sort
Let's
it
not
out,
talk about
and
kids.
put and bury it? Just leave it there. It's not
Yeah.
going to get any better. Just
Oh
don't
no,
speak to each other.
Lindsay. I don't like talking about kids. You know that. But uh, this is that's none of our business. That's not my. I don't want to talk about that. I'm sorry. I'm not. I just don't want children brought up in my ever. I'm sorry. And Lindsay, I respect you. Can you reword that somehow? What you're saying? Um, but I appreciate it. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I'm just reading chat. I'm just like, do you know what? Like, the DeLorean, take that up with TT. Like, it's
Lindsay,
no one
stop.
else's, no one else's fight except your own.
Why can't we have
Go
a
and have it out.
Why
Go and have
can't
it
we have
out.
a normal conversation? Like, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find you some peace on here. Like, let's get everything to stop. And I really, what don't you agree with?
I don't understand what's going on right now. Is she talking
Me
about you
neither.
now? Are you a bad
Sorry,
person for
Alicia,
having me on your panel?
but I don't agree with things like that. What did I do wrong? Like, I didn't let her. Um, I
Oh,
explained to
look,
her. I definitely defended Lindsay.
because you've had me on your panel, you're now going to be ostracized as a bad person. So take it as from me that you're going to have to speak to their behind the scenes, and then if you don't ostracize me in the community, then
Let's.
whatever.
All right,
That's how
hold
it's going to play
on.
out.
Let me. Well, I just heard a beep. I thought there was a guest. Um, I just think that let's keep it like I don't. Let's not be so harsh.
I
Lindsay,
have to
really?
jump. I
Like
have to jump
really?
down now.
Okay, thank you,
I've got to go
Anyanka.
to work.
And
But
Lindsay, I didn't let her. Like I had stood up for you. Thank you, Anyanka.
it's grim, but No
Or
problem.
I'm sorry.
I'll speak to you
Oh my
soon.
gosh. I'm
Thank you
so
for letting
sorry,
me on.
Grandma.
No, don't worry. Have a lovely evening. I'll speak to you
You as
soon.
well,
Bye-bye.
and I'm sorry for your
Bye.
loss, hon,
I'm sorry for yours too. I'm sending condolences. Okay,
as
bye-bye.
well. Bye. Listen, Lindsay, really?
This person is not in any way unbiased. They release videos going at me in particular for some reason because they're some kind of triggered Karen who has some kind of something against me. I don't know, some kind of chip on their shoulder.
She's pro Granny.
Yeah, well, they've like found that were like years in the past and putting them up on their channel about me.
Right.
Who try to like paint me in some kind of bad light when it's like I was dealing with some.
This video is by 1-800 Fraud Busters, and this is at the end of it. I don't know.